Okay. Hey y'all. Happy Father's Day for those of you, you know, are inclined to celebrate such events. It's always a great time to give praise to the All Father, our Heavenly Creator. Let's turn that down. Okay. So there's a lot happening. But okay. Oh, that's so funny. All right. That's why June brides, Juneteenth. Well, not Juneteenth. I'm looking at something. Okay. Anyway, so how y'all doing? I hope you had a fabulous Saturday and Friday. Hope your weekend went amazing. You have the new moon. Energy's pretty good. Feels pretty good to me. Gemini rules communication. It also brings you into connecting with your immediate environment. It rules the intellect and lower education and short journeys. And so if you've been getting a nudge to, go somewhere, this would also be good energy to manifest short trips, right? So we'll say you can't get away for 3 weeks, but oh yeah, that energy's being released. Love it. Anything that was blocking you, right, from traveling, it'll be released with this. It's good energy to manifest. See what I mean? Haters just be real. People just be jealous. I can't tell you that, but I feel like a lot of you have been practicing that, connecting with your immediate environment. You've been doing staycations. Just being very present, appreciating what you have. It's nice, right? It's right, and and that's maybe another reason why short journeys are more advantageous right now, because we will be shifting into Cancerian season very shortly thereafter, like during the midweek, right? And so, home, nurturing, being maternal, your roots, your foundation. Some of you may want to take a short trip back to, where you grew up, things like that. Like there may be this sort of a convergence of energies that drives that. Just, a little something, something for you. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Right. So funny. So even like to the point where maybe some of you have been finding yourself more curious about the news and stuff like that. I can own that. Like I don't normally watch the news, but through Gemini season, I have been more inclined to pay attention to such things. Um, you know, very very interesting. Yeah, it's funny. And Gemini's negative energies, right? Um, can be very changeable, right? So they're unstable, is what they're saying. I get it. I get it. I really do get it. It's mutable energy, but it can come across a little unstable mentally at times. Anyway, very cunning, right? Manipulative, can be quite willing to engage in gossip. They tend to carry very nervous and tense energies when they're in their shadow. I've experienced this with people firsthand. It's like I don't think I understood the terms, but I do recognize that that is them in their lower selves. Like I've experienced them in their higher selves. Just putting together the sum total of life's interactions and what they teach you. And even right now, there's a little bit of nervousness in my voice, but I'm not nervous. Like, I'm in my own, you know what I mean? So, again, it's just the energy, and I rebuke that, you know what I mean? And so even the way you might have been communicating could have come across a little tense, you know what I mean? Like, there's all these little telltale signs. But anyway, yeah, let's see. Let's see what's going on. Very stable energy. Holy Spirit, I ask for your guidance. Let us see what it is you want us to know. It's just that simple. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Whew. That's how it felt. Okay. Well, I actually like to see that. You know, someone coming out of the energy of worry and anxiety and fear and, you know? Let's just take a peek at that. Yeah. Look at that. Wow. Y'all. Alright, see, stuff like this blows my mind when Spirit does stuff like that. Look. There's the Judgment card, right? Okay. So, the Nine of Swords is Mars in Gemini, okay? Huh. Judgment is under Scorpionic energy, whose co-ruler is Mars, right? Or once upon a time, it's Pluto. But it's co-ruler. But see, here we have Mars here. We have this Aries energy. Look at that. Double confirmation on this very Mars energy. See, someone was trying to come towards you with this war energy, this very fiery, wow. Like someone wanted to bring conflict to you because this is the traveling knight. You know what I mean? Like he moves, they all move, but this one be like here, there, everywhere, like a sneak attack, right? I feel like you got a heads up about this. Because look, somebody not worried at all. They like, and someone sees that. Someone sees that you pull back your power, your energy. Interesting. Holy cheese and freaking baloney. Not to mention, the Knight of Wands, right, is a Scorpionic placement. It's Sag, but it's Scorpionic. Look at that. So I know a while ago, myself included, and a lot of other people around Tarot Land had picked up some crazy stuff that was done around Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving when? It doesn't matter. But you know what I mean? So November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Interesting. Uh-huh. Okay. Wow. Look, I knew it. Because this energy ties to this one, to the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Cups. Very Venusian energy, right? Like somebody was trying to come towards you with some fake love-ish, thinking, you wasn't seeing through the illusions. But you have some amazing discernment. Like you getting messages direct. Yeah, they was coming towards you to put some more work on you, to put some more blockages on your path. But you saw this shit coming now. Somebody's sitting there like, oh, okay. Wow. Wow. Ain't that something? Oh yeah, there's some karma. Don't get it twisted. Alright, let's see what else is going on. Told you. Look, don't play with me. Yeah. Somebody stood their ground against this devil, against this tyrant. And that's what this energy is. It's a tyrant. You pulled your power back. Someone's not really beholden to any sort of, let's just say, if it's 3D, if it's of this system, they're not dealing with it. They literally turned their back on all of this shit. Like, I don't know how you did that. Alright. This is beyond trust issues type thing. This is a higher knowing. You know, it's like how many times can you allow people play, you know what I mean, to like change up on you, right? And they did this in the past, right? To sort of like confuse you, to put you in your head. It's like a form of gaslighting, is what that feels like. This comes in many forms, right? You know, that tyrannical sort of energy, you know, better known as like narcissism. But we overuse it a lot. But see how the sirens are going off? I feel like somebody's, like, the early warning detectors went off about this. Wow. See, it's like with these two cards, everything is, it just feels very child's play. Like all of this here is just like whatever. This is why the Nine of Swords is inverted, because there's really nothing to worry about. There's nothing to stress about. Like people going to attack, people going to do all of these weird things, right? And there's no real illusion about that. No matter how many ways people try to like put some sort of smoke screen, right? That in this community, right? And I do mean like the spiritual community, that people rarely are full of good energies. Do you understand what I mean? People have their reasons, like they're motivated by different reasons. And I'm just looking at this combination here, right? Some people do things because they're like vain, like they seek admiration and yeah, admiration from people. Some people, you know what I mean, like they seek worship. They want people to put them on a pedestal. It all comes around to the same thing. Some people are just more vile, and they're just lower, and they just seek to hurt. Then others is like no real groundedness. There's this immaturity to them, and that's where they act out of a place of. Others seek victory, not victory, riches and wealth and like all of that, like. And others, they just want to win. They just want to beat other people. You know what I mean? They want to be known. And then others, it's much more demonic than that. They all have a root in some type of poison. All at its root has this sort of connection to devilish things. Because only the devil wanted to be equal to the Lord, to the Almighty, to our Creator. The rest of God's creations, for the most part, have no problem just being one of God's creations and being grateful for it. And everybody will have their own very real reasons on why they do what they do. Some people claim, oh, I was born into this, you know, this is my family, da-da-da-da, you know, whatever. It's just excuses. All having their root in some form of codependency, which honestly is a spiritual lack. Because when you are spiritually full, you lack nothing. This old system, like they turned their back on it. So nothing, right? All of this shit, like the back and forth and the gameplay, none of it works. It's just fun. You know what I mean? Like someone at this point is literally just having a good time. They've literally made peace with the brokenness in people. And why they do, why people act, why they're selfish, why, like it's simple. And better yet, why you? Why is it offered to you? Because you walk alone. You and your shadow, only thing that walks beside you. Not kidding. You gotta make peace with that, right? Seriously. Someone really sees things for what they are. Right. Look at this. Like I said, why you? But look, it's 3, and it's 3, right? All right. Like I said, it's easy when you really recognize that it's just, I am one of his creations. You lack for nothing. Yeah. But this, I do see, right? You have nothing to worry about. I cannot stress that enough, collective. These entities, agents, whatever, that have been attacking you from all sorts of places, they have something in store for them. Worry not. I mean that. Worry not. You can sleep really good. These are the folks who thought they were really proficient at cloaking their energy, but God sees all. And I don't know if you've ever experienced the wrath. It's so funny because the Hierophant is very Taurian energy, right? The opposite energy is Scorpio, right? The shadow aspect of Taurus, Hierophant, is Scorpionic energy. We see that. So understand what's about to happen. When you declare war on God's chosen, you brought hell to your front door. And this is what I find very agreeable, right? Because one twin in Gemini pair, right, looks towards Cancerian energy, right? Looks at the moon. The other one looks at Taurus, the bull. See, it's so funny. So this shit funny to me how they're breaking this down right now with the new moon energies and how all these signs and they have this sort of like playfulness. It's like playing Ring Around the Rosie. Right. So the Gemini twin that is looking at Cancerian, right? The moon, the water, the emotions, right? It's all been building up. It's been building up this mercurial energy, right? Right? It's just been sitting there, right? And it's funny because it's not perfect. It didn't fall flat like this. No. Like you had to get yourself to this. I can't worry about no more. Like, you know what I mean? Like you had to get here, right? And so when you activate the twin that is looking at Cancerian, right? That one shoots a direct line, right, to Capricorn, which is Cancerian's shadow. We just began the Saturn retrograde. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Gemini's twin, like its opposite energy is Sagittarius. We see that, right? It can go either way. We were just talking about how when Jupiter comes through, right? It, can bring in a lot of blessings. They're short-lived, right? So people was probably doing some shit when they had no business doing some shit back in May, which we picked up on, right? Thinking it was short-lived victories if they saw anything. Now that Saturn is going retrograde and we have this, it's going down. Yeah. Yeah. And mm, mm, mm. This shit funny to me, right? Because the Seven of Cups, we talked about that. It's Scorpio and Venus, right? So they attacked everything they thought you loved, thinking there would be no consequences, right? So you were being tested by the divine, but you already knew that, right? Because Venus rules your capacity to love and your values. So you were tested to see if you will hold your principles, your ethics, your morals, all of those things. The sign shows your attitude and needs in love. The house shows you what you value most and attract to yourself: refinement, money gained, and loss, like I said. So you can see the little strategy in which they were attempting to do. This is why, as much as I try to teach you, you got to stay prayed up, because people will try to manipulate, although they're setting themselves up. They're setting themselves up. The karmic debt that they build is, anyway, it's a lot. And so you just allow people to use their free will, right, as they see fit. So here we go. Now, had they done the right thing, they would have gotten more blessings. Many, many, many more blessings. It'd have been like Jupiter coming back around doing double duty, but since they chose poorly, anything that was gained, they're going to realize what they had to give in order to receive it will not have been worth the sacrifice for those who were engaging in you know, hanky-panky. Yeah, see, you understood, right, that these tests come around, you know, up and down, da 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 da. It's all part of it, right? But you're off to smoother water. Because the wheels on the bus go round and round. Because it's child's play. Right. And look, the moment, look, it's got to be a really wicked Aries in somebody's life. Because every time I see this Emperor card, the devil pops up with it. It is the crazy, like I'm saying, it's a tyrant. It's like some sort of weird Jekyll and Hyde. Every time. But see, when you understand, look, 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 see? See? Look at that. That is, wow. Their karma will expose themselves and how things play out. But you, yeah, yeah. I mean, when I say people be trying to stand in every way, y'all got some haters. I really do mean that. I mean, that's no surprise. I do know that for whoever this is for. But yeah, you know every last one of them. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, boo. You got it all figured out. You do. You just don't say nothing because you believe in karma credits. You just walk on by, foolish pride. Because they did it to themselves. All right, Archangel Michael got something for him. I mean that. They try to take, look at that. Look at that. Somebody really want to see you destitute, broke, homeless, sick, in the fives. Like, wow. I told you got some haters. They thought you didn't. This is why you're being granted this. You're being released. Seriously, you're being released from the Nine of Swords. I mean that. You're being granted peace. You didn't do anything. You chose to heal. You chose to meditate. You chose neutrality. y'all gotta go somewhere with the He-Man woman hating society. Like, I cannot even stress that. Go somewhere with that. Go somewhere with that. I'm sorry you attract women that ain't shit. I'm sorry you got women that ain't shit in your family. I don't even know what else to say to that. But all women are not the same. All men are not the same. I just think y'all be jealous. But jealous of what? Because you meet better bitches than the ones, raised you? I'm just trying to figure it out. Somebody help me understand. Help me comprehend the dilemma. I mean, really? You literally was like, nah, I'm good. And it's three people in particular that you have cut off. I don't know how they're connected to you, but there are three. And they feel some kind of way about it. They really do. That ain't your business. But see this right here? Look, somebody was warned. Look, you stood in your power. You know how to stand alone. You know how to create. And maybe that's where some of this resentment come from. But you've been told people you need to get on this bus, you better get on this train, you better go on this plane, you better get in this automobile, something. Tick, 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 tick. Nah. They thought you was gonna keep going back and forth with them. They really did. Like, you been was like, yo, reality check time. Think you just be bullshitting. And so yeah, this is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. They stupid. This is why they stupid. Right. Right. Because look at that. Because they fighting and fussing. They not stable, so they want to mess with yours. Yeah. Because you reached a threshold. I don't always equate the four of wands to yeah, because look, you got out of there. Look. You was like, Arrivederci. And I feel like at a point, you see, there's other people back there. You know what I mean? Like, you did. I was like, hey, like, you can only try so much, right? To your hindrance to your own progression. Even if that means severing ties with aunts, mothers, sisters, brothers, cousins. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta love yourself. Like, I'm telling you, like, we already know, but I don't always like to say it because, people be jealous for no fucking reason. They have no idea how hard this shit really is, but you make it look easy. But you go with it alone, so how the fuck would they know, right? Let's just pause on that for a second. How would they know? How would they know? They're gonna know. No, they're not. They're not. Because, you clean up well. You know what I mean? Like, you always in good love, good moods, and you're positive and you're optimistic and all of these things, right? So no, they don't see you struggle. They don't understand when you don't, you know what I mean? When you like, fuck, I need to go to the doctor. They don't, they don't understand what you go through on a daily fucking day. All they see is the good face you put on when you go outside, right? Because that's what we do. They don't understand that, but they don't give a fuck either, right? Because is your phone ringing? Are you getting text messages? Are you getting phone calls? I feel like the pandemic was like the final nail in most people's coffins. I was like, okay. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. I don't check for people who don't check for me. It's really no love lost. I have mastered the art of loving from afar, but I love my peace more than anything. And once you truly establish it, you be like, mm-mm. You be like, okay, go. Okay, I gotta go now. You really start to cultivate a community of people that really are on that same level, that same vibe, right? That's why you got away from this, from the conflict, from the pettiness, from the jealousy, from the fighting, right? From the immaturity. from pride and ego, from the shadow. You got away from the shadowy energy of broke people. And I mean that inside on a spiritual level, not an actual monetary level. Because I know lots of people who got a lot of money, and guess what? I would call them shabby chic because their spirit is low. They try to shop their way into happiness, and it never come because they're not really happy with themselves. They're not at peace with themselves. They literally have this spirit of envy on them for whatever reasons, because they yet to do the shadow work, because they are unhealed in their inner child. But you're here. You've crossed a certain threshold. And you only want people who were in alignment. They're together. They're in alignment. Because that's where you create from. You can't create from this shit. You can get motivated by it, but you can't create from it. It's so sad. It's so sad. Instead of them cheering you on, because if it was really like this, look, if it was really like this, the Six of Wands, because this can show you like, oh, you did have support. There were people, helping you along the way. But no, it wasn't. This clearly shows me it was not. They made it unnecessarily arduous. So getting it out that's a real fucking thing for whoever I'm talking to. I can't even see the job of the sun. Like they revealed themselves. That's how you listen. And that's the other part, right? Because they made it unnecessarily hard, right? Like they was trying to test some shit. Trying to test your resolve, your optimism, your joy. Oh, you really this seed of hope and da-da-da-da. It's all right, but that was by design. Because in order for you to be fair and righteous and this, you have to go through things. But these people didn't have to help. They didn't have to put more on your back. But you good. Look, I told you, they was really testing you. They was like, oh, you really that person? You really, okay, no problem. People be jealous of all the wrong shit. They wasn't really jealous of the calling. Nah. They was jealous of like the abundance, but that broke people don't understand. Poor people don't understand what abundance really means. What wealth actually means. It always comes down to some BS three-dimensional shit. They never see it from the spiritual place that they should. That's why the Bible speaks so illy of people storing up their riches on earth. Like, what are you, retarded? Look, they focused on this. Right? You so happy with, look, I get it. It's 9 total, right? But our hand is here. One above it. Like, you've been grateful just to make it. And then the crazy part is, like, whoever those 3 people you had to isolate yourself just to have this little piece, they resent you for that. Because this is what emanates from you. Success. But that's a personality. Success is a spectrum. What's wrong with you? It really is a spectrum. Yeah, so they plot. They couldn't handle the weight, the mantle of the calling on your lives. They couldn't handle it. They wasn't even built for it. Vessel wasn't designed for it or nothing. Mental capacity not designed for it or nothing. Y'all better be careful wanting what other people have. Because they come with it. You want my blessings, you must take my burdens. You, wow. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Look what Saturn has in store. Like I said, some of y'all really getting amazing blessings from Saturn with this retrograde energy. Look, new. Look, new. And others not so much. Not so much. They gonna have to watch. They really gonna have to watch. You have your new beginning. Look at that. It's a bunch of bitches. I mean, it might be some masculines in here too, but if they're men that actually have a pair of balls, I promise you they don't retreat it back inside them because they act like bitches. They act like bitches. See, there's a tower coming from us. I told you, it could have went either way. Scorpionic energy. No, sorry. The tower is Aries, right? But it's the Mars. You want to engage in these sorts of battles, and you get what you get. Your luck run out. Look at this. This tower is designed like somebody was hung out like bait. They look. They was hung out like bait. Because you're always protected because you got your angelic team with you. You do, right? See? Some of y'all really are living, breathing, walking karma. Like, that's part of the job, boo. That's part of the job. To humble these people. To take them through a very prideful fall. It's ridiculous. Hold on, I gotta keep an eye on the time. Understand what I say. I embrace this energy, but I also have learned to stay away from people because of that. Because it's not my intention. I mean, I sometimes it's like, I don't want to be Jonah by any means. I don't need that. But sometimes you ever just shake your head at people because you see them, they just coming, and you trying to help them avoid some fucking karma. But it's like that line from Luther. Boy, it was like, I didn't send for you. I was called. I have a job to do. And even if I never sleep again, having to do my job, I have a job to do. And if they send for me again, I will come for you again. You know, like it's like that. But I don't go looking. You know what I mean? It's like that. Like I'm not out in the streets like, here, come. I don't need to sing the fucking song, come in. Yeah, she come in many forms. She'll switch up on you. She'll change up on you. Somebody got a secret admirer hiding. They're afraid to approach you, but they really want to ask you out. They think you're going to be like, off with their head. Maybe. But I feel like somebody has been doing some sort of like magic, right? In the spirit of Gemini, right? To get you to walk away from this energy, like to have you in such a low place where you're not even entertaining offers. Like you might have a little bit of a, a little attitude and no problem. So you might seem a little unapproachable, but you better work on that. Because you got people curious about you. It's a big surprise. Alright, give me one more for the collective. Oh, jeez. Woo! I hope there's not a house fire. I don't like that. Sometimes when I see that, that's what it look like. Somebody trying to pop up on you. Somebody trying to surprise you. Coming out the door. Somebody gonna travel to you. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Some of y'all been manifesting love, and you really have been. You've been working on that shit like it was a full-time job. The manifestation's coming in quick. We gonna see. It doesn't feel like a big deal besides this tower. We'll see in a moment. The rest of this seems like child's play. This person been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like, I don't know if they can figure out how they want to approach you. If they want to approach you on some sort of maybe business collaboration, a project, or if they just like, it even like feels like this person trying to like, they want to give you money, but they don't know how to do it. Like, it's, it's one of them. This is an old school. All right. Let's see. This person might be a little younger than you. Let's see. Yeah, they nervous. I feel like you're gonna feel the nervous energy. You might even already be picking that up. Thomas, okay. Alright. Let me expedite this. Could also be something completely different. Okay. I'm not even. Ooh. We've been seeing all sorts of money's coming into the collective, love coming into the collective. Tower. It's a gift. Yay! Thank you, Daddy. Hands out. Thank you. Just thank you. Thank you. Look, hi Anna. But look, caught shit. Ooh. Yo, somebody has been working themselves to the bone, trying to get themselves in the right vibration and the right frequency so they have something to offer you when they came back. Like, more than this. I'm not kidding. Not joking. Look, they got it. They got it. They was being inspired by the divine. Don't give up. Put some effort into it. You got it. You can do this, right? There was a lot of behind the scenes motivations happening. This person had been quietly investing in different things. Like, seriously, this is money strategies. This person did very well. They did very, very well, and they are on their way to someone, right, to make good. They want to give you something because maybe you inspired this investment in some way, shape, or form. Like, somebody made a comeuppance. Maybe you kept somebody from prison, right? Somebody money that was stuck now all of a sudden comes out. Yeah. I feel like you saved somebody from a disaster somehow, some way. No, they saying expect a gift. I'm not even joking. It's like, hey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Like, that shit funny. Woo! Yeah. Wow. It could. I'm really feeling it's more than one. Like, out of nowhere, there's quite a few people who you. That's awesome. Thank you. Look, that's this right there. Distant horizon. Wow. Wow. Look, I told you. You see, when you do things from purity, from kindness, from compassion, it's just blessings coming. Wow. People in your listen, what's crazy, right? For those of you who really have been resonating with having an inheritance in your family. It doesn't really matter what the denomination is, right? At this point, it's the fact that somebody thought your ass shouldn't get what somebody had in store for you, a blessing that was left for you. That's just the short and skinny of it, right? Right. So it don't really matter if somebody left you a goddamn nickel. That was for you. It wasn't for somebody to go, oh, you don't need that. I don't like it. Man, you I'm trying to stop myself because I know words have power, and oh Jesus, help me. I can't stand it. I can't. You know, it's a sense of entitlement. Anyway, and I say all of that, right? The family room, unexpected income. Right. See, for those of you who had people doing shit behind the scenes, look, look. This is that great fortune, that house energy that was left to you by a child, by someone who was in bad health. These people were supposed to communicate this, like your path, your journey, all that was latent. It's okay. It's going to come to you by way of marriage now. So, Bufangola. How about that? For everybody who ever took an L because of a corrupt family. I'm not even joking. Take a very long walk off of a very short pier. 8 of Wands. Fearless lady. Oh, look, they not a false person. Child, you have, yes. I love that confirmation. Thank you. Because this is you manifesting, right? You was like, look, see, you was doing the work, putting it in yourself, investing in yourself, nurturing, loving, all of it. Now you done met. Yes! Because you didn't give up. Never can say goodbye. No. They just played the whole song. Look, exactly. Look at this. And the Thief card comes out. See, Page of Pentacles. I told you, this was something that was taken from you, that definitely other readers were picking up on, myself included, because that's like a young reader or something like that. Somebody did your fortune when you was a child, and so they knew some shit was coming, so they was, how you gonna steal from a child? How you gonna steal from a child? That's what's wrong with you. That's really what's wrong with people. Oh, you disgust me. 8 of Pentacles. Look. I told you. Look, y'all about to end up in a relationship, whether, business, marriage, like either way. I see marriage here, right? Anyway, this gonna be love and marriage. Not to mention, I don't know if this, I feel like they are very successful in their own right. This soulmate coming in, Knight of Cups energy. Right. But you and this person will do some sort of, you will work together. Like, you will collaborate. You will bring, it's like this was something that you needed. Like this missing piece, so to speak. It just elevates you. This person might be in a slightly higher income bracket than you. I'm just being honest. This is the way it looked. Like, just slightly, or actually maybe quite a bit, right? They could be at the 8 of Pentacles. You could be juggling back and forth between the two, robbing Peter to pay Paul right now. And, this person comes in like, hey, Miss Lady, Mademoiselle Lady, Right, lovers. Courthouse. See what I mean? Look. Thoughts, occupation, courtship, right? They like they done found the one, end all be all. Somebody, this is coming to like, you single. That's what they saying. Main female, that's a single energy. That's coming to an end. You're not about to be single much longer. You about to be up in the house, living a good life. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, this is really nice. I'm very happy to report this. I feel like this part, it's done. Exactly. Bam. Bam. See what I mean? See what I mean? I feel like this person's, it starts this way, maybe just to get your attention. And I don't mean like you look visibly impoverished, because you see this, right? That's not what it is. I feel like everybody could use a helping hand every now and again. You know, most people outside of the 10%, globally speaking. Look at this. Fell right on top. Like, this is the like high honor and official person. They cross, like, yes. Got the mature man here. Look, wealthy man right there. Adjudication, sudden will. Message of concern, message. Oh, please stop falling. Yeah. You've reached the end of whatever journey with anyone from your past. I mean that. It's done. They like, it's over. They cannot go with you. In order for you to receive this, it's done. Like, they just can't go. Two of Cups, please. Wow. Now that's interesting. I almost feel like there's documents coming to someone that are very old. And I mean that. Like, say somebody tried to destroy some evidence about paperwork, housing, you know, wills, all of that shit. Um, but there was a copy of those documents I don't think anyone knew about. I immediately got that someone was doing some sort of renovations, and they came across this, and they do the right thing with this. Wow. Yeah, they do the right thing with this. Because this person, they themselves are already in this position of the wealthy man. That makes sense. So, wow. This is neat. This is really neat. Okay. Hold on. Let me get those up. There's too many cards out here. Wow. Like, this person's been trying to verify before they reach out who you are, to make sure they give this to the right person. This is some shit I feel like you've been expecting, you've been looking for. But this person's going to court you. Like, I feel like they're going to be smitten. They're going to show up on like a good Samaritan type energy. Like, I have something that I believe is yours, da 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 da, something like that. And then they're going to be like, meow. Once they do this, they're not going to be able to stop thinking about you. Mature woman, lovers, main female. I'm trying to tell you, girl, you look good. Let me stop. Yeah. See, that's exactly the moment when you start to receive shit like that, when you stop caring about money. I'm not even joking. When you know you're doing everything you can, and you know there's other stuff going on, things that are quite outside of your control, but you know you're praying, you're doing your thing, you're walking in your truth as best as you can, you're being open to intuitive messages from the Holy Spirit, all of these things, and it has to clear. You know what I mean? Like, but the moment you just let go, the moment you really go fuck it, it's in God's hands. Shit start to change, like immediately. Because you learned a lesson. Great fortune. See what I mean? You have to let go. And that's the funniest thing, because you have to have appreciation for the simple things in life. If you don't love the fact that you have a family, And I mean that. And I'm not talking about anybody who was abused by their family. Let me just start with that, since we got people who might not understand how I operate. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you genuinely have a family. They support you, they love you, but for whatever reason, you're just an ornery son of a bitch and can't be satisfied. That is a grave tragedy. Those are the people who normally run away from home, you know, find themselves on drugs, you know, looking for love in all the wrong places, because there's actually something wrong within them. It's not actually their environment, it's them. You know, they have a level of karmic debt they got to deal with. So that cantankerous energy that's within them, that has to be worked out. It really does. But look, it's the simple things. You have your health, you have food in your belly, you have access to, you know, whatever you need. I mean, entertainment really is free, right? Because you're only limited by your imagination. You know, you try to have good relationships with people, your siblings. I mean, those are the wealthiest people on the planet, because they appreciate the people around them. And it's not because it's perfect by any means, but you're able to get over your differences. They support one another, opposed to being jealous of one another. Instead of seeing favoritism, you might go, well, maybe that child resonates more with mom. Maybe she or dad, they see more of themselves in that child, in that moment. Bonds and relationships have to be nurtured. But if you don't do that, right, you don't appreciate what the simple things are. When you learn to live an abundant life, regardless of how much dividend you actually have, then you stay poor, because you're poor in spirit. The sunrise doesn't impress you. The smell of crisp winter air doesn't do anything for you. Snowflakes don't make you smile. A crackling fire does. Like, do you understand the simplicity of being human? All these creature comforts have like fucked with people's heads. It'll never be enough, because you're not emotionally balanced. You're not appreciative for what you have. You're always looking out for more. Why would they bless you with that? Your vessels are full of empty delights. It's wasteful. The moment you stand in that, your children are loved. Your siblings, like, you have a relationship with your parents because you want one, not because you feel obligated, or because the calendar says, oh, it's Mother's Day, let me send flowers. What about the rest of the year? Do you try to bring peace to those people? Or are you always dumping or poking or trying to aggravate someone? What sort of relationship are you nurturing? And is it something that someone will want anyway? I don't believe that people just have to accept you for who you are. No, it's called manners and etiquette. We teach our children how to behave. So if you're an adult acting like a smacked ass, you're just a dickhead. It's not about not having etiquette or decorum. It's you being abusive and intrusive and taking advantage of someone's compassions and kindnesses and the love they have for you. That's tyrannical. Low vibrational people get to stay behind. They don't get to level up with you. Do they support your endeavors, or do they try to talk you out of it? Do they project their own insecurities, their own fears onto you? Do they actually see you as you? Or are they constantly trying to do some vicarious BS through you? Do they really champion you? Do they hold you accountable? Can you hold them accountable? Like, it's not difficult to be here. Just saying. It's very different. Abundance comes in so many forms. Love is free. It's a vibration. Like, you have to be in that frequency in order to have this frequency. Love, for the simple fact, right? What do you do for your community? How do you add to it? Anyway, I'm getting off the pulpit. I gotta go. Alright, guys. We'll do this again soon. I really hope you set your intentions very clearly with this new moon energy. Write it down, you know what I mean? You attract what you are. Right. So what do you nurture? Right? So funny. But we had looked into this before. We did. It's okay. I gotta go. We'll do this again soon. Bye.